Hey guys, I feel like this is so weird. I feel like one of those YouTubers who forgets to film their intro and they're filming on photo booth, but I was just editing this video and I realized that my intro never saved onto my SD card. So hey, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's video is going to be what's on my iPhone 11. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took me very long to edit, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you do, and let's just get right on into the video. So I'm just going to screen record on my phone so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I have an iPhone 11 for reference. Pretty old. I mean, I've had it for about 2 years now. I love it. I had no problems with it. And also, quick shout out to this company. This phone case I'm obsessed with. The brand Core Taylor on Instagram, they reached out to me about 3 weeks ago and they sent me 4 phone cases, and you guys, I love them. This video isn't sponsored, but I wanted to share with you guys since I'm filming a what's in my iPhone video. But they have so many different cases. It's a nice pebble leather. I have mine in pink, my sister has one in white, and they also sent over a brown and yellow one, and I love them. They're really nice and soft, and I just love the material, and I love the metal detailing on the sides for the buttons. I'll put like a little overlay on top so you guys can see them up close, and it's just a really good case overall. So I'll link their Amazon shop down below in case any of you guys are looking for a good iPhone case. They have so many and they're really affordable, and they're honestly really good quality. So I will leave them down below if you guys are interested in purchasing. So I'm gonna start screen recording right now. So for my lock screen, I have this little mantra. I look at it every single day. I love it. If you guys need some motivational quotes to keep you going, I would definitely suggest making it your lock screen because it forces you to look at it. And I love this one. I'll put a picture of it on the screen in case any of you guys want to make it your lock screen. Once you unlock my phone, you guys will see I have an aesthetic going on. Everything is beige and neutral colors. I just love those tones. I actually revamped my entire phone when the widgets came out, I believe in October, and I did an entire video on it. So if you guys want to change your phone to look like mine, or obviously to your own aesthetic, I will link it up here because I think I explained it really well, where it's easy to redo your phone. But I did get lazy. Once I started downloading new apps, I honestly could not be bothered to go on Pinterest and find new covers to change them up. So now I put them all in my app library, like you guys will see here. I honestly don't even click on the apps with the new covers because it just takes it to shortcuts, and it just makes it more hectic than what it needs to be. So I access all my apps through my app library. For my widgets, I just have the date, the time, cute pictures. Honestly, there's really nothing going on that's too crazy. I know some people link their Apple Watch and their battery life. Honestly, I just like keeping it simple and nice and cohesive. So once I get to my app library, you guys will see that I have so many folders because I have a ton of apps on my phone. So the first one here is suggestions. That's more of the apps that I use on a daily basis. Recently added social, which is social media, entertainment, productivity, and finance. Utilities, which is more of what the iPhone actually comes with. I don't really use those apps that often. Creativity, shopping and food, information and reading, other, travel, health and fitness, and then education. So we're going to go through every single folder. I have a ton of apps. I hope that some of these apps that I have will help you in some way because I've learned so many things from watching what's in my iPhone videos. So I find them to be really helpful. So the first folder here is suggestions. I have Snapchat, Twitter, the weather app, and then GroupMe. You guys know what Snapchat is. You guys can see my makeup a little bit clearer. But then I also have Twitter. Honestly, I've had Twitter for 3 years and it only has 93 followers. I barely go on it anymore. And then the weather app. You guys know everyone needs a weather app. I'm the kind of person that cannot go outside and pick out an outfit unless I know the weather. I know some people don't even bother checking, but I use the weather app every single day. And then GroupMe. If you guys don't know what GroupMe is, you need to download it. It is the best thing to have in college. No one gives out their numbers really. We all just have a GroupMe. So these are all my friends that I have in my different classes and for group projects and stuff. It's really helpful. I love it. So if you guys need another app besides WhatsApp, I don't really like WhatsApp. I prefer GroupMe. So if you guys need another app like that, I would definitely use GroupMe. And then let's move on to social. Moving on to socials, I have so many apps in this folder. So I have Clubhouse, FaceTime, Followers. Yes, I do have that app, but I use it for my makeup account. Hive, Instagram, Messages, Messenger, Facebook Messenger, the phone app, and then TikTok. The other apps are in my suggestions folder. But I love Clubhouse. If you guys don't know what Clubhouse is, you need to get on it. So it's basically this networking app where you can network with other creatives or just anyone in general. You can have conversations about literally anything in the world. It's amazing. I've learned so many things from being on Clubhouse. I love being in beauty rooms, creator rooms, seriously anything you can think of, it's on there. And it's so funny because my professor from one of my classes has a Clubhouse and she has over 2,500 followers, and she's met so many people on it and they have actually become guest speakers in our class, which is really cool. So it's a really good app to network. So you guys can see these are just all the upcoming events that are going on, and then this little folder right here is for my invites.
the calendar for all the rooms that are being planned, and then this is my profile if any of you guys have a Clubhouse and want to follow me there. But I love that app. It is so good for networking. And then I have FaceTime. You guys know what FaceTime is. We all use it. And then I have my followers app, which I use for my makeup account. If you guys have a creative account of any sorts, you always get those brands commenting on your posts, DM us for a collab, or we want to collab with you. And they're always scams, and I just hate it so much because then bots follow my account. So I just remove them from that app. And then I have Hive, which I've never used before. You guys will see I haven't even made an account, but I know a couple weeks ago people were saying this was going to be like the next big thing. I believe it's like a mix of Instagram and Twitter, some kind of other app, but I did want to download it just in case it did blow up. And then I have my Instagram account. If you guys don't know, I have a beauty account, and then I have my regular Instagram. And this Instagram I've literally had since I believe middle school, like 2012. And I've just had this name my entire life. That's why I've never changed it. It's Ivanka 1220, and 1220 is my birthday. But I don't want to change it because I feel like if I change it, it's going to be harder for me to like contact brands and stuff, because I've like signed up for so many things with that Instagram and given so many brands that name. So I feel like if I were to change it now, it wouldn't be a good idea. Maybe in the future, but if you guys don't follow me there, definitely follow me there. I actually just did a collab with Chipotle, which is crazy. You guys will see right here. So exciting, so cool. But yeah, this is just really like my personal Instagram. I honestly don't do that many like brand collabs on here. I've probably had like maybe 4, but I do archive them after a while if they don't fit with my feed, which is probably a bad thing. I should probably leave them up, but that's just what I like to do. So if you guys want to follow my Instagram, follow me there. Like I said, it's more of a personal account. I don't really post that often. I should post more, but it's just such a hassle trying to get good content, especially when you're doing everything yourself. So my goal is to post more, but I don't know, let's see how that goes. And then next to Instagram I have my messages, and then next to that I have Facebook Messenger. Everyone knows what that is. I'm not going to open it because I don't want you guys to see my conversations. And then I have my phone app, Snapchat, and then TikTok, and then Twitter. You guys, I'm obsessed with TikTok. It is seriously my favorite thing ever. I post a lot of makeup content on there. You guys will see it right now. If you guys want to follow me there, you definitely should. I just haven't really been that active because it is so hard making TikToks, especially if you want them to come out a certain way. I'm a perfectionist. I'm very type A. So if I don't like how it looks, I'm not going to post it. And I have so many of my drafts that I just haven't posted at all. But if you guys want to follow me there, you can. I only have like 608 followers, but one of my TikToks blew up. And this was like when I first started my account. I actually posted a video of me and my boyfriend from like 5 years ago when we were like looking for colleges to apply to, and I totally made a fool out of myself because this college specifically, this has never been done on any kind of college tour that I went to. They went around the entire room and made us introduce ourselves. So you had to say your name, your major, whatever you were interested in studying, and I just could not control my laughter. And that is this video right here, which has 696,000 views on TikTok and 67,000 likes. So I totally made a fool out of myself. If you guys want to see that video, definitely go watch it. I'll put my TikTok down below in case you guys want to follow. Moving on to productivity and finance, you guys will see I have so many apps in here, but I don't really use them all. So I have my Chase app, which is my bank account, contacts, we all need that. And then files. I know a lot of people don't use files on their phone, but you should because it's honestly really helpful. I love it. It keeps everything organized. Then I have this app called Genius Scan. If you guys are in school or you work and you need to scan things often, you need this app. It literally scans anything in 2 seconds. I don't have a piece of paper to show you guys right now, but here's an example of like my math homework from like last year that I did on loose leaf. It scans everything perfectly. I love it. It's so fast. It's like the best app I've ever discovered for school. And then I have my Gmail, my Keynote app, which I don't use, my mail app, and then my notes app, which is my savior. This is the best app ever. If I do not have my to-do list written down in here, my day is a mess. You guys will see right here I have my to-do list for Sunday, which is today when I'm filming this video of everything that I need to do. And then next to the notes app I have numbers, pages, reminders, shortcuts. I don't use any of those. And then Slack. Camera stopped recording, so I'm sorry if the angle is a little bit different, but moving on to Slack, I'm part of Natalie Barbou's Patreon group. If you don't know who Natalie Barbou is, she is an influencer and she's honestly one of the sweetest people ever, but she has this Patreon to help people who are trying to get into the social media influencer business. If you have a small business, she also does that too. She's just a really helpful person, and this Slack has about 200 creators in here, and we honestly just talk every day and we help each other with picking thumbnails, negotiating with brands. If you're interested in influencing and all that stuff, I would definitely join. I believe it's $3 to $6 a month. It's really cheap, and she gives so many resources, and I've honestly made really good friends, like I said, so it's so worth it in my opinion. And then moving on, I have Venmo, which is a money app. You guys know what Venmo is. And then I have WebEx, and WebEx is what I use for school when I'm not able to use my laptop. WebEx is just the platform that we use instead of Zoom to do online school. And the last app I have in that folder is Widgetsmith, which is what I use to make my widgets on my phone. Like I said, I will link that video right here in case any of you guys want to watch that video on how you can get your phone to look like mine. Moving on to creativity, I have so many apps in here. I honestly don't even use half of these apps. I need to go through them, but I have my camera, clips. I have no idea what that is. I've never used that before. Sorry, my boyfriend is texting me. And then I have Facetune. I love using Facetune specifically for my makeup account. So I pulled up a photo so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this was a photo that I took before I sat down and filmed this video, which is why I have this makeup on. So I like to use this app to basically intensify my makeup and smooth out my skin, of course, if I have any blemishes or anything like that. And I love using the vibrance feature. So when you put vibrance on, it just intensifies the look, just makes it so much brighter. But of course I turn it down because that's way too much. And then you can just go up and down this lever right here to change the intensity of the look, which I love doing. And then let's say I want to smooth out my skin. Honestly, I don't really do this that often, but it just smooths everything out so nicely. And I just love Facetune for my makeup photos because it just makes everything look way more airbrushed than what it actually is. And I'm sure if any of you guys have Instagram or social media, everyone uses Facetune, especially to like whiten a background. I love doing that. I forgot who I learned that from, but if you go to retouch and you go to whiten, you can whiten the background of a photo, and it just makes everything look way more vibrant than what it actually is. So that's why I like to use Facetune. No shame in retouching your photos. Literally everyone does that, so I don't see the problem in doing it. And then moving on, I have GarageBand. I don't use that. I don't use iMovie on my phone, but I do use iMovie on my laptop. And then LensBuddy. I actually learned about this app through TikTok. So basically I haven't really experimented with it. I guess we'll do it right now, but I think it takes like multiple photos like in 1 second. So let's see, 10 frames. No, let's do 5 frames. And I think it just basically takes the photos for you, and you don't need a little remote control, which is really convenient. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it does. It takes multiple photos for you, but mine are gonna look crazy because I'm filming in the middle of doing this. But let's see what they look like. I probably look insane. So yeah, it just takes the photos for you as you go, and you don't need a remote or anything like that. So it's a really good app, especially if you take content by yourself. And then I have Makeup Plus, which I honestly haven't used in so long, but I did used to use this app when I first started my makeup account because I didn't know how to do my eyebrows correctly. And I would use the eyebrow app and it would just fill them in so much better. But I don't really like using this because it literally alters your entire face, which I don't like. So I honestly should delete that app because I haven't used it in so long. And then I have this app called Me Too, which I actually discovered from TikTok, and it's so cool for making thumbnails. So I just uploaded this photo to use as reference. I would go to Magic Brush, click custom. Let's say I want my thumbnail to be, I don't know, everyday makeup. And then I would just take my finger and drag it along my head and it would write it out for me. And I think it's so cool. I haven't really experimented with it that much, but I think it's a really cool app to have. And then I have PhotoGrid right here, which is what I use for my thumbnails because I do use Canva, but I find it really difficult to get it even. So you guys will see what I'm talking about. So let's see, I want to use these 3 photos for a thumbnail. It automatically puts everything together without you having to like make it even and all that. It just does it for you in a collage, which is really helpful. And I have my Photos app, which obviously has all my photos in here. You guys will see how many pictures I took for this brand. I still need to go through all of them. I cannot take pictures in one try. It's just not my thing. I need at least like 100 to go through. And then I have this app called Adobe Photoshop Mix. I'm sure you guys know what that is. I used to use this for thumbnails, but honestly it's really hard for me to use. Like, what is that? It's so ugly. I need to learn how to get on that because I really want to start making my thumbnails better, but it's just really hard for me because I'm not good at Photoshop and graphic design and all that. So I tried experimenting with this app, and as you guys can see, I failed immensely. So I just have it on my phone just in case. And then I have this app called PixArt, which is what I use to outline my photos. So like, let's say if I'm doing like a what I eat in a day, like I use this one for that. I kind of wanted to outline some of the food that I had here. So you just go to draw and then you edit the color that you want, and it just makes everything stand out better, which is like what I use it for. And you can just like add like little lines to everything. So that's what I use PixArt for. not for any other reason because I don't really edit my photos like that. And then I have this app called Planoly, which is so cool because it lets you plan your Instagram feed. So if you're like one of those people that really wants to have an aesthetic Instagram account, I would definitely download this. I really wanted to make my Instagram aesthetic, but it's just not working out for me. But I still have it on my phone anyway, and it's just really cool to plan your photos to see how everything's gonna look. So that's what I use that for. I have the app Retouch, which is seriously one of the coolest apps I've ever discovered. So basically it allows you to remove anything from a photo. So let's say I take this photo right here and I don't want it to say Winky Lux in the back on the paper. I would just click object removal brush and it will literally remove the text. It is the coolest thing ever, especially if you have like an ugly background or like there's gum on the floor and you want to remove it. It takes everything out. It is so helpful. So if you guys are looking for an app like that, definitely buy this one. I think it's 99 cents, but it is so worth it because I've used it so many times. And then next to Retouch, I have Snapseed, which is also really good for Instagram. I specifically use this app because you can expand a photo, especially if you're like on a blank wall. It doesn't really work that well if you have like a lot of things going on in the background. Let's see if it works with this one. So I imported this photo. I don't even remember how I did it. Okay, tools, and you would go to expand and it will literally expand the background. Well, it's not really working that well with this photo, but you guys get the idea. It literally makes the back of the photo so much larger than what it actually is. It is so cool, but it only really works that well if you're on a blank wall, like I said. But this is why I have this app. I love it so much. And you can also edit like the lighting and all that stuff. It's a really good app in general, but I just don't really use it for photo editing. And then the last app I have in here is Visco. I've had Visco since I think 8th grade, and I still post on it sometimes, and I think it's just like a really fun app to have for memories and all that. Like I seriously have photos on here from like freshman year of high school, so I will never get rid of it because it's just fun to look back at the memories. So that's my Visco account, if any of you guys were curious. The information and reading folder, I honestly just have here all the apps that come with the iPhone that I don't use. I do not use any of these apps except for the weather. Travel, I have my maps and Uber. I haven't taken an Uber in God knows how long, probably like 2 years. I haven't been in a cab or an Uber since the pandemic started, so I haven't used that app in a very long time. And then for education, I have Quizlet, and then the other education app that comes with the phone. I use this for active recall when I'm studying, especially for my tests where I have a lot of terms to remember. It is so useful. So I just have like all my marketing chapters in here because there's so many terms and definitions in those classes, so that's what I use Quizlet for. And then for my entertainment app, I have iTunes Store, music, podcast, Spotify, TV app, and then the YouTube app. Honestly, the only apps that I use in this folder are YouTube and Spotify. I listen to all my podcasts on Spotify. I haven't updated my Spotify in years. Seriously, I have playlists in here from middle school, like 6th grade. So I haven't edited any of those playlists. And then YouTube, of course, I have my YouTube app. I honestly watch more YouTube than TV, and I'm subscribed to so many people. It's insane. And then moving on to the folder below, which is utilities. Again, these are most of the apps that come with the iPhone. The only ones that I really use in here are the calculator and the internet. So this is a pretty boring folder. And then below that, I have shopping and food, which is my favorite things, of course. So I have the Chipotle app. I love the Chipotle app. You get so many free rewards and all that stuff. It's a really good app, especially if you go to Chipotle a lot, because you do get free chips and all that sometimes. Then I have Depop. I have so many clothes on my Depop. I will put my Depop shop down below in case you guys want to follow there, but I honestly have more stuff on my Poshmark because I've had Poshmark longer. And then I have my Dunkin' app because you guys know I'm a coffee addict and I haven't drank coffee in the past 3 days, and I'm really going through withdrawals right now. But I love the Dunkin' app because I'm always getting free drinks. I think you get, yeah, you have 200 points up until you get a free beverage, and that beverage can be of any size. You can add any milk, any swirls, any flavors that you like, and it's free. And I get so many free drinks. I've gotten like maybe 5 within the past month, which is crazy, and that just goes to show how much of a coffee addict I actually am. And then I have Influencer. If you guys don't know what influencer is, even if you're not an influencer or you're not into like the space of like posting on social media, you can still get this app and receive free full-size products, which is so cool. All you have to do is fill out surveys and they literally send it to your door, and sometimes all you have to do is review it on the website or like on CVS if it's a pharmacy product. And it's such a great app. I've gotten so many free things from Influencer. I think I have something coming from Urban Decay in about 2 weeks after I filled out one of those surveys, so I would definitely download that app if you guys want to receive free gifts, because who doesn't like free things? Then I have Like to Know It, which I don't even use. Honestly, I should, but it's just reward style. This is how I make commission if you guys buy something from my link. It's from Like to Know It. And then next to that, I have Poshmark. Like I said, I have so many things on my Poshmark and Depop. If you guys need clothes or you want things at a cheap price, please look at my account because I have really good things up there, and I'm honestly just willing to sell it for whatever price because I need to make room in my closet. So if you guys see anything that you like, definitely go on my Poshmark and make an offer. I'll link my shop down below so you guys can see. But you guys, I have so many clothes, it's actually insane, and I need to get rid of all of them, so definitely check out my Poshmark. Then next to Poshmark, I have Starbucks because of course I am a coffee addict, so I have to have Dunkin' and a Starbucks app. But I love Starbucks. I just really don't get it as often now as I used to because it is really expensive, and honestly sometimes I feel like Dunkin' is better. That's just my opinion, but I do have 124 stars, so I might get like a free drink soon. But I love Starbucks, and I have my Ulta app. So I actually just downloaded Ulta about like 2 weeks ago because they're doing their 21 days of beauty where you get like 50% off really good brands, and they only do this I believe twice a year, like in the springtime and in the fall. But that's the only reason why I have this app. Other than that, I always shop on Ulta either in person or on my computer. And then I have Uni Days. If you guys are a college student, you need Uni Days. I get so many discounts from stores that I shop at all the time. PacSun, Kate Spade, Lululemon. You get like 20% off from some of these stores, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about that app. I believe it's Uni Days and Smart Beans. I think it's Smart Beans, where they give you such good discounts if you're a college student, and all you have to do is upload your school ID on the app and you get like 20% off for a lot of these stores, and it's a really good way to save money. Finally, moving on to the last folder, which is health and fitness. The first app I have here is my health app, which comes with the iPhone, and this is really bad because it says I've only taken 187 steps today, but it's because I haven't left my house and I haven't worked out yet. And then below that I have my Clue app, which is what I use for tracking my period, and then next to that is my Fitbit app, which is what I use when I wear my Fitbit to track my workout. And then lastly, my birth control reminder app. If I didn't have this app, I would literally never remember to take my birth control. If you guys are on the pill, I would suggest downloading this because it sends a text to your phone every single night to remind you to take your birth control, so it's super helpful. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed my what's on my iPhone. I hope I shared some apps with you that you guys can use in the future. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps me out and grow my channel. And I've been stuck at a standstill for quite a while, but that's okay. I know it will come soon, but like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video.